Sweet.
Last year's pretty solid season, second round of the playoffs, right?
Yep. Level 2 playoffs. Won our first level, beating Evansville, and they had beat us earlier in the year pretty handily. And we came down there on the first round of the playoffs and then came back and beat them. So that was a good feeling of beating that conference opponent in the playoffs that had beaten us earlier in the year. So I was real proud of that team.
How hungry are you guys to make it back and improve on that this year?
We have a lot of new kids and a lot of new positions, but kids that have been with us in the program for a while. They understand our expectations. They understand the role that they have on our team. And I think the kids are hungry about getting back on a football field on a Friday night. We have 7 returning seniors. 1 boy that's new to our program that just moved into our community. Another boy that hasn't played since his freshman year. And then 4 boys that have played with us for 4 years straight. So it's a smaller class, but however, we're not focused on the quantity, we're focused on the quality. And each one of those guys that are in that senior class are hardworking young men, coachable young men, and give us everything they have on a Friday night. So it's good senior leadership by them. Even though the numbers might be smaller than what we've had in the past, I feel that the quality of the seniors that we have this year are just as good as I've had.
Limited amount of seniors. How is the team going to make up for that?
Like you said, it's quality over quantity, definitely. We got a lot of guys that work hard and that have great technique. We don't necessarily have the numbers, but I think we can still get it done.
What are your expectations for this season, personally and as a team?
I think this season we just got to go out there and do our best, do the best that this team can do. I think that we got a really quality team here, and I think that our #1 goal definitely is to try and win the Rock Valley Conference.
Hope we can win conference, then just go as far as we can if we get a playoff chance. And for myself, I'd like to, well, last year I was second leading in sacks, so I'd like to be first this year.
Okay, how many sacks did you have last year?
I had 6. Pretty much I just enjoy hitting people.
Conference, definitely, because we've been short but close the past couple of years.
The last couple of years we've come up a little bit short. Last year we were 1 game away from a share in the conference title, so I think that as seniors we really want this year. We're really going to work hard. We're really going to give it our all to win conference.
I think the #1 thing I've seen this year is our team has a lot more enthusiasm than past years, and it's really helped in practice, gotten us going efficiently, and it's really lifted the spirits of everybody.
I think this team this year, I think we're a lot better, tightly knit this year as a team. Only having a few seniors, a lot of guys have to step up, so I think playing really well as teammates and playing having each other's back is what's going to bring us farther this year.
What are you personally going to try to do to step up and lead this team as one of only 4 who's been here 4 years?
I think the biggest thing for me is going to be working hard in practice all the time to make everybody else better around me.
Just going to get them used to the game tempo during practice with hitting and going hard and running every play and getting up to the line.
How do things look? Offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball?
Offensively, I think we have some nice weapons. We have some nice receivers that can catch the ball and have good speed and agility and power. Ben Hunt, Chad Herbst, Andy Haught, Michael Beam, Chase Werwinski. Those guys are good edge players, good outside guys that have been working hard, and hopefully we can get the ball to and get it to them quick and make them make some plays, or let them make some plays. And I think our backfield is pretty strong with senior Josh Stolen and Don Shea Hudson as a junior at our tailback spots. I've always done a tailback by committee. It's never just been one solid guy running the ball all the time. We feel that the way that we run our tailback, or what we call our 4-back, we need to have him be able to have some rest, because more than likely he'll also play some defensive positions as well.
Yeah, it works well. Last year we had about 3 running backs running a game at a time. This year it's going to be me and a junior, Don Shea Hudson, for the main part, and we have competition going for that 3rd spot, but we definitely have a lot of young guys competing hard, so I think it's going to be good.
On the defensive side of the ball, we have some nice linebackers. Hunter Halverson got some good playing time last year, and he'll be back in our lineup for a linebacker. Our defensive ends we feel very good with. Mason Splinter coming back as a senior and returning starter there, kind of partially through the season he started towards the end. And then Donche Hudson as a starter last year at nose tackle, but now we're looking at moving Donche out onto that weak side defensive end position.
How do you think those juniors will respond to starting positions this year?
Well, they're going to have some opportunities, so that's an exciting thing about being a junior. It's an exciting thing about being a junior and knowing that you have potential to be a significant player on our offense or defense, and realizing that you have 2 years to do that. And there'll be some sophomores that we'll be taking a strong look at to see how they're going to step in and fill into our positions and into some special teams play, but also offense and defense.
As far as starting quarterback, you selected Colton.
Yep.
Talk to me a little bit about him and what you potentially see in him.
Yeah, Colton's done a nice job in the off season. He did a wonderful job in the winter time, lifting and preparing himself for his junior year at the quarterback position. He's worked very hard and he understands the game of football. He understands what we need to do offensively in our scheme. He understands not only his quarterback position, but he also understands the role of the other players and what they need to do and where they need to be and what they need to do when they get there. So, I've always said my quarterback out on the field is kind of like an assistant coach when it comes to offense. He needs to understand what the other players need to be doing and go from there. And Colton has done a good job in the winter time and in the summertime preparing himself for that. He's worked very hard and I'm very proud of him.
What's the overall mindset for the team going into this season?
Our mindset always for McFarland football, as long as I'm going to coach or as long as I'm coaching, will be to be mentally and physically tougher than our opponent. When we step onto that field, we want to mentally be tougher and physically be tougher than our opponent. We want to play hard, we want to do the little things correctly, and the big things will take care of themselves. As coaches, we're big on fundamentals, teaching our kids the proper technique and how to go about playing the game of football. But the bottom line is we want to be more aggressive, and we want it more than that team across from us on a Friday night.
As far as Rock Valley Conference, you finished 4-3 in conference last year. Who's the team to beat this year? What's your overall take?
Well, I think every year, the team to beat, in my opinion, and they've proven it and they deserve it, is Jefferson. Jefferson has either we started this in 2008, so every year other than 2008, they've either shared or had the conference title outright. And so in my opinion, they're always the team to beat. Evansville will be strong again this year as well, and I expect some good things from East Troy.
How excited are you about the season? What do you think this team can accomplish?
I'm always excited about football. I love coaching football. I love being out here with the kids. I love running around with them. I love playing with them. I love teaching them the game of football and teaching them the life lessons that come through this game. Right now we're in the dog days of two-a-days, and it's getting long, and sometimes the energy and the momentum go down a little bit. But it's our job as coaches to keep them focused and keep them energetic. We are definitely very excited about the season to start. And I'm really excited about our kickoff in Lodi.
Okay, and then a little bit about Lodi.
Lodi's a good team. I mean, they're strong. They're typically on the upper end of the conference of the I believe it's the Northern Capital if they do it north and south, and they do a very nice job. They're very well coached. They are, I think they bring back quite a few kids. And they always have good athletes. They play very physical on defense, and they run a very good offensive scheme. Now we've been able to perform very well against them in the past, but this year I feel it will be the best Lodi team that we face.
Against Lodi, what are you looking forward to about starting the season?
I'm getting pretty nervous and excited, but they're always a good opponent, and it's going to be a great game. So I just want to play them right now.
Playing with the team for 4 years, what does this team mean to you? What does it mean to be a Spartan?
I think really the fact that I've stuck with it these 4 years, I really don't have anything to lose senior year. I'm just going to give it all I have, try to pick up the team, and just go as far as we can.